Elko County, about a year ago, started up a wildland fuels reduction division in partnership with NV Energy. And we work with the state very close. We work with BLM and the Forest Service to start promoting our projects. And what we can do is we primarily are starting to treat power lines and infrastructure area. It was something that was identified as a high hazard for us, is power lines starting wildland fires in Elko County, in Nevada, and California, all throughout the West. And so NV Energy took a very aggressive stance and said, we're gonna partner with our local fire departments, and they're gonna do the work with us. Not for us, we're gonna do it with us. And so with that, we can add up to 22 firefighters in Elko County. And so that's a pretty massive workload that we can take on and add to our workforce, not only for fuels reduction, but for fire response as well. A couple of the crews sitting in the back, those are those crews, and then also up here up front. And so how that works is we've identified the number one areas that we need to treat, which feed communities power or they're high hazard, that we're treating first. And how we do those is we'll mow along the power lines to whatever the right of way is in that certain areas. Some areas it's pretty small, 15 or 20 feet. In other areas, it goes as wide as 175. If you guys, the homeowners, agree for us to go farther, it makes sense for us to do it. It makes sense for you to do it. With that, so we'll mow it. We'll hand grub the mineral soil around the power infrastructure. So if it's a power box or a power pole, we'll create a dirt around there so that if that piece of equipment does fail, it just showers on dirt, not vegetation. We'll also come back in and we'll do weed treatments at certain times of the years to prevent invasive species and prevent the vegetation from growing back pretty aggressively. If you guys have noticed, when you commute into Elko every day from Spring Creek, there's the power line that goes right past Corey's all the way up and over the mountain. That's one of our first projects, and we kind of chose that one as a visual aid to everything that we're doing. We're doing that around communities. We're doing it through communities. We're doing it in Elko, Spring Creek, White Rock, Rendon, pretty much anywhere in Elko County that has the need. So we have our career stations in Elko, Spring Creek, Wells, and Jackpot for Elko County. For our wildland division, we've also added additional response. So that's 4 additional fire engines, a tactical water tender, and a dozer that is available for fire response and fuels work within Elko County. So also through this partnership and through partnership with Nevada Division of Forestry, we're doing community wildland fire protection plans. And so we'll go through each community within the county and evaluate what the high hazards are, how we can make that community safer, what we can do to improve our response as fire agencies, what we can do to access water better in the communities, and what we can also do to maintain infrastructure if a fire does impact that community. So roads, water, power, communications, so that we're able to keep that community functioning and we don't lose a whole community during an event.